I'm back with Ashley. Ashley, I met you for the first time November of last year, so that's about 10 months ago.
Yeah.
In those 10 months, how have you been?
I mean, good, bad, both. Living. I'm alive, so I'm blessed.
That's a good thing, right?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Okay, so I'm glad that you're still around, and you said that you're kind of away from the streets for a little bit.
Yeah, stuff. Went through some stuff, so I've been staying away, trying to keep safe, stay alive, try to do better. I've made progress. I mean, I got my ID now, so got my ID. Got me an Obama phone.
A new phone?
Yeah, Obama phone.
Okay.
It's not much, but something.
That helps with communication to like
You
what?
get a hold of in case emergencies, my kids, things like that. And then I know it's not the biggest deal to most people, but a Cash App card.
How does that the phone work? Is it just that the government gives you a phone to use in case of an emergency, and that's all it does?
No, it's low for either low income or people that are homeless. If you qualify for it, and they give you unlimited data. Well, not data, but certain amount of data, but talking text is limited. It's for anything, like emergencies basically, but like that's how you get a hold of DES or anybody.
So it does come in handy.
Very much. It does.
Got it. Okay. And what are you going to do with your license now that you have your license?
Hopefully just get a job. I just need to get around and start applying.
What type of job are you looking for?
Anything. At this point, well, not anything. A legit job. So, but anything that pays money, that's a start at least. Later on, I could be more picky, but right now, I can't. Money's money, and it'll help.
When's the last time you held a job?
It's before my back surgery. So, when I was 26, about, how long ago was that now? 4 or 5, 6 years ago? 7?
How's your back? Are you feeling better?
No, I mean, it's still have problems, but I've learned to live with it. I wish I would have had someone telling me not to get back surgeries, but I got them, so I had more problems I started with.
So you regret the back surgery?
I do. Surgeries.
So multiple surgeries to fix your back, but it made it worse?
Yeah, I have more problems I started with.
Wow.
It's okay.
So you're just living through the pain?
Yeah, I haven't been back to the doctor for it. They didn't fix it the first time or second time, so I'm good.
That's really scary though when you talk about back, back injuries, because your back is so delicate and sensitive, right?
Yes, I didn't realize that till I started having back pain. Like, it controls a lot. Like driving, you can feel it when you turn in your back. Like, you can feel it doing a lot of things. I'm off. Yeah, backs, they're not a joke. Well, I heard neither ribs.
Okay, and so in those 10 months since I last saw you, basically you're still out here just trying to stay safe and you're trying to make progress with the ID, a job.
One step at a time, yeah. Try to stay focused and do it. It's hard out here, though, with the things you have to go through. You got to worry about all that. And then try to make yourself stay focused and stay on track. But I'm trying.
Is it just the safety and all the creeps out here that you got to watch out for, eyes in the back of your head, because there's some people that have bad intentions, right?
Yeah, even people closest to you get bad intentions. So.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Like so-called friends out here in the street, or quote-unquote friends?
Friends.
Those are the ones that when you fall asleep, your bags are gone in the morning, right?
Yeah, or worse. Who knows?
Yeah, the people have told me they fall asleep and a stranger is laying next to them.
Yeah, I've had that. Worse, though, I mean, they were doing something
inappropriate.
Yes.
Isn't that the scariest thing? That has to be the scariest thing, that you're asleep, you fall asleep alone, and you wake up and
somebody you don't know next to you doing something you don't not necessarily comfortable with, of course.
Wow.
Not appropriate, but.
So those instances of just depravity from people, strangers, when they do that, doesn't that motivate you to get out of the street and just, you know what, I'm gonna go to a shelter, I'm gonna go somewhere?
They're just as bad or worse.
The shelters are bad or
just
worse?
Just as bad or worse, yeah.
Wow.
I've been because I tried CAS for a while, but it's just as bad or worse there. And then if you miss curfew by a minute, you lose your bed, so what's the point? So you can't always predict circumstances. What if the bus is late? And then you get there late. They don't care. They don't care what you have to say. You're gone. The next person in.
Are other shelters just like that too?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, because of the wait. There's people waiting. They do it like that because of that.
Wow.
Have you been around Cass? Seen all those it's crazy.
I've been around Cass, and there's like, man, it seems like thousands of people.
Insane.
It seems like more people outside the shelter than inside.
That's they're inside too, but it's full in there. That's why that's it.
It's like
their overflow. Yeah, that's what they call it too. The overflow.
The overflow is all around, surrounding it, right? So camps and encampments and tents and. My goodness, yeah, it's like a city. It's like its own little city, right?
Yep.
And so you're saying that because it's so dangerous and they're so strict with the curfews, if you're not late, I think it's 5 o'clock, right? You have to be in there by 5 o'clock or something. If you're not in there by 5, they close the doors and.
Well, you just lose your bed. Yeah, then you got to be in overflow.
Got to be outside waiting for the next day.
Well, not the next day. You got to go back on the waiting list.
Wow.
Start over again to get a bed.
And how long do you think that'll take?
Well, I don't know how many there are now, so it just depends. I don't know.
Wow.
It could be a while.
So do you think that's why people choose to be out here in the parks instead?
Yeah, well, the parks and stuff are like the most safest. Like it should be the safest and most public place, but we can't even be here either. Really, they run you off. Even if you're not doing it but sleeping, they just don't. Well, I understand to an extent because there's those people that. They leave a mess or they do illegal bring their drama to wherever they hang out. They don't care about anyone else around them.
Who comes to the parks? Is it the police, the park rangers?
Park rangers mainly, but sometimes the police if people call them. It just depends on people too.
And it's the people that live around here, right? I
Yeah.
mean, they see crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's what I understand to an extent. Like I get it. There are people, and they have kids. Some have kids. I wouldn't want my kids to be around crazy people, but at the same time, not everybody's like that.
Yeah.
It sucks for people that aren't. They have to deal with the consequences of the people that are.
Those few bad apples ruin it for all of you guys, because you're not crazy. You're normal, right? You behave. You behave.
I behave.
And you just come utilize the park just to cool off, be in the shade.
The shade, the water fountain's great.
Yeah.
That's one of the best parts. And then sometimes that plug works, so it's nice to be able to charge my phone. But the people for so long, and I'm sure they're going to cover up that plug.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, after a while, because people will do too much, and it'll be covered up soon, I'm sure.
What about restrooms at parks? I've noticed some.
They've been shutting them down. They don't even have them open anymore.
Some parks have them open, and some parks have them closed.
Hardly any of them anymore. They used to all the time, but now same thing.
People ruin the.
It's like dwindling down the numbers of places to even go to the bathroom, and for females, a little bit harder.
Yeah.
We can't just go anywhere like.
Yeah.
Like most guys can.
So there's restrooms in all the parks, but
hardly any of them are open. Yeah.
Because a couple of knuckleheads they'll go and smoke inside the.
Or vandalize.
Damage. So that, you know what, we're gonna close the restrooms, but people are still out here in the park and they have to use the restroom. So where do they use it? Out, but under a tree.
Yep. Somewhere, because there's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go.
QTs, I mean, you would think sometimes, but even QTs now are starting to, I've seen say, oh, the restrooms are closed. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So where are we supposed to go?
That's another question I had for you. QTs have a sign that says safe haven.
I don't even know what that means.
Safe haven. So I think what that means is people that are like suffering or from like domestic violence, you can go to a QT and ask for help. They'll call police and you can just hang out there till the police come. That's what that's supposed to mean. That's what I heard. But a lot of people, like homeless folks, thinks that safe haven like applies to them and they can just use a restroom whenever they want, stuff like that. And what are your thoughts on that? Because I noticed that a lot of QTs just allow a lot of stuff to go on.
I don't know.
What do you think?
It does seem like there's a lot of stuff to go on. QT seems to be the spot. And I'm sure you noticed, everyone has to have noticed. I don't get it because cops go there a lot. You think, I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't understand it.
It's a big difference between QT and Circle K.
Yeah,
Circle
there
K is
is.
a lot more strict. Like, hey, nah, you gotta get out of
You
here.
guys can't be hanging out right there. You guys
Yeah.
gotta go.
They trespass you, right?
Yeah,
they say
yeah.
you can't come in here.
Some
or-
QTs enforce it a little, but for the most part, I've noticed that it's not. Like, there's always people hanging out on the side, in front, and back. It's everywhere.
That's so true.
And cops are there a lot too. And you'd think
Right.
that's not the hangout spot. I don't hang out there.
Ashley, I'm gonna say thank you very much for talking to me. It's really
You're
nice seeing you 10 months later. I'm glad that you're still fighting the good fight and staying away from all the craziness. Please be safe out here.
I'm trying.
And I'm glad you have a license and you're gonna be looking for a job. I'm gonna give you my card again,
Thank you.
so you can let me know how you're doing and
Okay.
did you get a job and how are things going.
Keep you
okay,
updated.
absolutely.
All right.
And I'm gonna go grab you some lunch.
Thank you.
So Ashley,
I'm all
yeah,
cheesy.
yeah, stay safe, Ashley. We'll
Thank you.
talk soon, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.